Alipriya Chowdhury, and today I am presenting this PPT. So, at first, my consent note. I, Alipriya Chowdhury, hereby grant permission to ICAPITAL Academy and Corporate Advisor LLP to use this video presentation, assessment test, and MCQs created or provided by me for educational or promotional purpose. This include publishing or sharing the content on their social media platforms, websites, or through any other medium they deem appropriate. I confirm that I have no objection to such uses. I also agree to distribution of my presentation slides or materials to events attendance for the organization achieves. I certified that this presentation is my original work, does not infringement upon any third-party copyrights. So my presentation topic is AI powered risk management in banking and financial markets, navigating volatility with intelligence. At first, what is financial risk management? Financial risk management is the process of identifying, analyzing, and mitigating potential financial threats that could negatively impact an organization's performance or stability. This risk can stem from market volatility, credit defaults, liquid shortage, operational failures, or even geopolitical events. Financial risk management have some importance. Some key importance are protect against uncertainty, improve decision making, preserves financial stability, and enhance creditworthiness. Next slide is three types of financial risk. There are four types of financial risks. First, market risk. Market risk arising from fluctuation in financial market, such as interest rate, stock price, or currency exchange rate. Second is credit risk. The possibility that a borrower may default on repayment affects lenders and investors. Liquidity risk, difficulty in converting assets to cash quickly without significant loss or failure to meet short-term financial obligations. And fourth, operational risk. Losses caused by internal failures like systems breakdown, fraud, or human errors. Next slide is traditional risk management approaches. First, risk avoidance, eliminating activities that expose the organism to risk. Second, risk reduction or mitigation, implementation controls to reduce the likelihood or impact of risk. Third is risk transfer, shifting the risk to a third party, often through insurance or outsourcing. Fourth, risk retention, accepting the risk and preparing to absorb the impact. Next is limitation of traditional approaches. First, rigid structure. Traditional methods often lack flexibility, making it hard to adapt to diverse needs or evolving contexts. Second, limited learner engagement. Feature-centered models can reduce interaction, creativity, and critical thinking. Third, over-reliance on rote learning. Emphasize on memorization may hinder deeper understanding and problem solving. Fourth, resistance to innovations. These approaches may be slow, adapt modern tools and interdisciplinary methods or learner-centric strategies. Next slide is the rise of AI and big data. Data overloaded. The sheer volume and velocity of data today exceeds human capacity to analyze manually, making AI essential for real-time insights. Second, pattern recognition. AI can detect complex patterns and trend in massive datasets, enabling smarter prediction and decisions. Third, automations and efficiency. AI streamlines data processing, reducing errors and acceleration outcomes across industries. Adapt intelligence. AI systems evolve with data becoming more accurate and responsive to changing environments. Next is what is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that enable machines to perform tasks required human-like intelligence. It involves technology like machine learning, where systems learn from data to improve performance. Third, deep learning is subset of machine learning. Use neural networks to process complex data patterns. Natural language processing or NLP allows machine to understand and generate human language used to chatbots and voice assistants. AI in financial risk management. First, automation. AI streamlines risk assessment processing by automating tasks like fraud detection, credit scoring, and compliance check, reducing manual effort and operational costs. Second, accuracy. Machine learning models analyze vast data sets to identify patterns and anomalies, improving the precision of risk prediction and minimize false positives. Third, real-time insights. AI systems provide dynamic monitoring and instant alerts, enabling institutions to respond swiftly to emerging risks and market fluctuations. Enhanced decision making. By integrating predictive analytics, AI supported smarter financial decisions and strengthen overall risk mitigation strategies. Next slide is core AI concept revisited. Supervised learning use labeled data to train models for tasks like classification and regression. Example, credit scoring. Unsupervised learning, identifying hidden patterns is unable data, such as clustering for customer segmentation. Reinforcement learning, optimizing decisions through trial and error, guided by reward. Example, portfolio management. Next is supervised learning in risk management. Supervised learning uses labeled data to train models for predicting risk auditing outcomes. It plays a critical role in both classification and regression tasks. First, classification examples for detection. Support vectors matching SVM, identifying suspicious transactions based on historical fraud data. Second is regression example. Insurance claim. Regression example model estimate claim amount using variable like age, locations, and past claims. Next slide is unsupervised learning in risk management. Unsupervised learning explores hidden patterns without label data, making it ideal for uncovering unknown risks. Clustering examples. First, customer segmentation. Here means group borrowers based on financial behavior to identifying high risk segments. Anomaly detection examples. Network security. Auto, uh, Autoencoders flag unusual activity, indicating cyber risks or breaches. Next, reinforcement learning in risk. First, portfolio optimization. Reinforcement learning agents adjust assets allocations based on market feedback to maximize returns while managing volatility. Credit collection strategy. Financial institutions use reinforcement learning to optimize repayment strategy by adapting to borrower behavior. Cybersecurity responses. Reinforcement learning models learn to detect and respond to evolving threats in real life. Operational risk control, learning OVS automates decisions in complex systems like supply chain or energy grids under changing conditions. Next is natural language processing or NLP for unstructured data. Sentiment analysis. NLP algorithm classifies text as positive, negative, or neutral, used in brand monitoring, customer feedback, and financial forecasting. Second, news analysis. NLP extract key themes, entities, and emotional tones from news headlines to assess market sentiment or public opinion. Third, technique use tokenization, laminization, and deep learning models like LSTM enhance accuracy in understanding context and emotions. Fourth, applications. Traders use NLP to predict stock movements, companies gauge public response to events or products. Next slide is computer vision's application in operational risk. Physical security. Computer vision enables real-time supervision, facial recognition, and threat detections. Example, unauthorized access, CPE, violations, reducing human error and enhancing incident responses. Second, document processing. CV automates data extraction from scanned document, IDs, and invoices, minimizing manual errors and improving compliance workflow. Third, anomaly detection. Computer vision systems track unusual patterns like loitering, fingerprinting in secure zones, supporting proactive risk mitigation. Audit and inspections. In industry like aviation or manufacturing, CV identifies flaws or safety breaches, ensuring operational integrity. Next slide is big data analytics. Volume refers to the massive scales of data generated from sourcing like IoT devices, social media, and transactions, often measured in terabytes or petabytes. Velocity indicates the speed at which data is produced and processed in real time, such as financial tips data or live sensor feeds. Variety captures the diversity of data formats, structured tables, semi-structured XML, and unstructured text, image, videos. Veracity relates to the trustworthiness and quality of data, addressing issues like noise, bias, and inconsistency. Next is data source for AI in finance. Internal data, proprietary data from within financial institutions such as transactions history, customer profiles, and risk logs. These support personalized service and credit scoring. External data, public or licensed data set like market prices, regulatory filings, and macroeconomic indicators. Useful for forecasting, portfolio management, and compliance. Third, alternative data. Non-traditional sources, including social media sentiment, satellite imagery, and online behavior. These offer unique insights for fraud detection, ESG analysis, and investment signals. Next is data pre-processing and feature engineering. Data pre-processing involves cleaning and transferring raw data, handling missing value, removing outlier, normalized scales, and encoding categorical variables to ensure consistency and reduce noise. Feature engineering focus on creating, selecting, and transferring input variables features to improve models learning. Creating input feature scaling, extraction, selection, and creation using domain knowledge. Next is model training and validations. Overfitting occurs when a model learns the training data too well, including noise, leading to poor performance on unseen data. It has high accuracy on training, but low on validation. Underfitting happens when the model is too simplistic and failing to capture patterns in the data. It performs poorly on both training and validation sets. Cross-validation, a technique like default that splits data into multiple subsets to train and test both models interactively. It ensures robust performance and helps detect overfitting and underfitting. Next is performance metrics for AI models. Accuracy measures the proportion of correct predictions out of total predictions based use when class distribution is variance. Precision indicates how many predicted positives are actually correct. Crucial when false positives are costly, like fraud detection. Recall reflects how many actual positives were correctly identified. Important when missing positive is risky, like disease detection. It's one score harmonic mean of precision and recall. Balance both metrics, especially useful in imbalanced and data sets. AUC area under curve, evaluating the model's ability to distinguish between classes across threshold. Higher AUC means better classification performance. Next, model interpretability and explainable AI. Compliance and accountability. Regulated sector like finance, healthcare, and law demand transparent decisions making. XAR ensure that AI decisions can be traced and justified to meet legal and ethical standards. Second, risk management. Explainable models help identify potential biases, errors, or harmful consequences, which are crucial in high-stake environment like loan approval or medical diagnosis. Third, stakeholder trust. Clear explanations foster trust among regulators, clients, and executives, reducing skepticism and resistance to AI adaptation. Auditing and documentation. XAI facilitated effective auditing, documentation, and governance process, enabling better control over automated decisions. Next is AI art. Next is AI architectures in financial applications. Cloud-based architecture enables scalability, real-time analytics, and faster deployment, ideal for fraud detection, algorithm trading, and customer insight, with on-demand computing power. created on premises architecture offer tighter control over data security and compliance, especially vital in banks or firms handling sensitive financial records under strict regulatory mandate. Third, hybrid approach. Many financial institutions adaptive mix is benefit of AI in market risk. It AI enables real-time risk assessment and rapid responses to market volatility, outperforming manual models. Accuracy, machine learning improves precision in value at risk, stress testing, and scenario analysis by learning from vast datasets. Proactive insight, AI detects early warning signals and prevents correlations, allowing firms to anticipate mitigations mitigate emerging risks. Data integrations combine structured and unstructured data like news sentiment for holistic market risk evaluations. Next, key takeaways for market risk definitions. Market risk refers to a potential losses due to adverse movement in market variability like interest rates, equity price, FX rates, and commodity price. Types of market risk, interest rate risk, equity risk, foreign exchange risk, commodity risk. Next is summary on market risk. Market risk refers to the potential financial losses due to adverse movement in market variables such as interest rate, equity price, foreign exchange rates, and commodity price. It affects trading portfolios, investment, holding, and balance sheet exposure. Key components: interest rate risk, impact of rate exchange on bond prices and fixed income instruments. Equity risk, volatility in stocks prices affect equity portfolios. Foreign exchange risk, currency fluctuations impacting cross-border transactions. Next is operational risk overview. Definition: operational risk refers to the risk of losing arising from inadequate or failed internal process, people, systems, or external events. Types: fraud includes internal misconduct like craft trading and external fraud like identity theft. Cyber risk arising from data breaches, hacking, or ransom attacks disrupting operations. Systems failure involves breakdown in IT infrastructure, trading platforms, or database. Next is traditional operational risk framework. Risk and control self-assessment. A structured process where business units identify key operational risks and assess the effectiveness of controls. Strength promotes ownership and awareness of risk. Limitations: subjective scoring may miss emerging risks. Key risk indicators: quantitative metrics that signal potential risk exposure, like system downtime, frequency, staff turnover. Strength enables early warning, trends analysis. Limitations: lagging indicators may not capture root causes. AI in proactive operational risk identifications. Our definitions: AI enables early detections of operational risk by analyzing large volume of structured and unstructured data using machine learning and natural language processing. Key application: anomaly detections, identifying unusual patterns in transactions or system behavior to flag potential fraud or failure. Predictive analysis, forecasting risks like system outage or cyber threat using historical and real-time data. Natural language processing tools extract emerging risk signals from emails, reports, and social media. AI-powered fraud detections and preventions. Definitions: AI leverage machine learning and anomalous detections to identify, prevent fraudulent and activities by analysis behavioral patterns and real-time data. Internal fraud: AI data detect employee misconduct such as unauthorized access, data manipulations, or collusions by monitoring system logs and behavioral deviations. External fraud: AI identifies threats like phishing, identifying theft, and payment fraud by analyzing customer transactions, device fingerprint, and geolocation anomalies. Real-time transactions monitoring for fraud definitions. Real-time transaction monitoring uses AI and rule-based engines to continuously analyzing anti-money laundering and know your customer compliance. AML or anti-money laundering use case: AI flag unusual transactions volumes rapidly fund movements or structuring behavior like snuffering that may indicate as money laundering. It cross-referring customer profiles with watch list and sanctions database. KYC use case AI varies customer identifying using biometric data, document validations, and behavioral analysis. It detects inconsistencies in geolocations, device uses, or transactions historical that may signal identifying fraud or synthetic identities. Anomaly detections in operational data. Definitions. Anomaly detection use AI and statistical models to identify deviations from normal behavior in operational data, such as system logs, transactions, or user activity. System logs use cases. AI monitoring logs for unusual access, times, field login attempts, or unauthorized privilege escalations. It logs patterns that deviated from baseline behavior, helping detect insider threat or system breaches. Transaction data use case AI identifying anomalies like sudden spike in transaction volume and at atypical payment routes or outer value. This may indicate fraud, systems error, or operational inefficiency. AI for cybersecurity risk management. AI enhance cybersecurity by automating threat detections and vulnerability assessment. Uses machine learning to analyze network behavior, system configurations, and external threat intelligence. Threat detections use cases. AI identifying malware, phishing attempts, zero-day exploits by analyzing traffic anomalies, file signatures, and behavioral patterns. It enables rapid incident responses through real-time alerts, predictive analytics, vulnerability assessment use case, AI scan system configurations, access controls, and path historical to detect macro configurations or outdated software. It prioritizing risk based on severity, and likelihood, supporting proactive remediation. Insider threat detection with AI, malicious insider AI flags unauthorized data access, privilege escalations, or unusual file transfer using behavior analytics and anomaly detections. Negligent or compromised insider AI identifying risky actions like mishandling sensitive data or fading or phishing attack by monitoring email activity, device unusage, or login anomalies. Advantage AI enables real-time monitoring, adaptive risk scoring, and automated responses for outperforming static signal-based system in detection suitable context-driven threats. AI in physical security and access control applications, AI-driven biometric systems like facial recognition, fingerprint, voice, enable real-time identity verifications and dynamic access decisions, reducing reliance on manual checks. Surveillance or and threat detections, AI-powered video analytics detects suspicious behavior, telegating, or unauthorized access in real time, improving situational awareness and response speed. Benefit AI reduce false alarm, automates incident response, and strengthens parameter perimeter security, especially in higher risk zones like airports, data centers, and large events. AI for IT operational resilience and system monitoring, predictive monitoring and fault detections, AI-driven tool analyze telemetry data to detect anomalies, forecast failure, and trigger automated responses. This shift from reactive to predictive monitoring, reducing downtime and improve system reliability. Intelligence root cause analysis and self-healing. AI coordinates data across infrastructure, applications, and services to pinpoint root causes. Self-healing architecture can automatically remediate issues, cutting mean time to resolutions by up to 25%. Strategic benefit AI-powered observability foster faster decision making, reduce false positives, and aligns IT performance with business outcome. It's essential for managing complex cloud native environment and ensure compliance. Predicting system failures and outage with AI. Real-time data collection AI system gather telemetry from IoT sensor logs and network traces to monitoring temperatures, vibrations, pressures, and performance metrics continuously. Automated insight and responses. AI generates actionable recommendations like scheduling, preventing maintenance, or regarding self-healing protocols to mitigating risk proactively. Operational benefits: this approach reduce downtime, improve system reliability, and enables condition based on maintenance, optimizing resources use, and enhancing business continuity. Automations of routine operational tasks. Task simplification automates repetitive tasks like data entry, scheduling, and report generation to reduce manual effort. Efficiency and accuracy enhance speed, persistence, minimizing human errors, and improve consistency across operations. Resource optimization frees up employee to focus on strategic, creative, or customer-facing roles, boosting overall productivity. AI integration use AI for smart automation like predictive maintenance, anomaly detections, and intelligent decision making in workflow. Then AI for process optimizations and workflow analysis, process mining and mapping. AI analyzes workflow data to identify inefficiency bottlenecks and redundancies using techniques like process mining and task automations. Smart decision making. Machine learning models enables real-time data-driven decisions, optimizing task routine, resource allocations, and exception handling. Dynamic adaptability. AI system continuously learn from operational feedback, adapting workflows to changing conditions without manual reprogramming. Human error mitigations with AI, automations of repetitive tasks. AI reduces error caused by fatigue or distraction by automating routine process like data entry, scheduling, and compliance check, ensuring consistent executions. Intelligent assistants for decision support. AI-powered assistants like chatbots, co-pilots provide real-time guidance, hack anomalies, and suggest optional actions based on historical data, minimizing cognitive and procedural errors. Predictive monitoring and feedback loops. AI continuously monitoring workflow, detect early signs of error, and provides correlative feedback, creating a self-improving system that evolves with operational data. Next is supply chain risk management, predictive analysis, and AI scoring. AI-powered platform use historical data, credit ratings, and compliance records to detect early warning signs such as financial stress and regulatory lapses before disruption occurs. Operational risk exposure, third-party failure can lead to massive first-party losses. A recent incident like CrowdStrike and CDK Global ransomware attack highlight the corresponding impact of vendor vulnerability mitigation of strategy. Key practices included continuous monitoring, contract governance, resilience planning, and exit strategy, mapping supplier dependency, and update risk assessment regulatory are essential to reducing exposure. Business continuity and planning and disaster recovery with AI. Business continuity planning ensure that critical business function continue during and after a disruption. Disaster recovery focuses on restoring IT systems and data after a crisis. Role of AI in BCP and DR. Predictive analytics, AI forecast potential risks like cyber attack, system failure, using historical data, enabling proactive planning. Automated responses, AI-driven system can detect disruption and trigger automated recovery protocols and reducing downtimes. AI regulatory compliance, AML, anti-money laundering, AI detects suspicious patterns in transactions, automated fraud detections, and reducing false positives. AI is know your customer. AI verifies, identifies by analyzing multiple data sources, instantly improve onboarding speed and accuracy. GDPR and CCPA data drives loss. AI classifies personal data monitoring uses and flags potential breaches to ensure compliance with the privacy regulations. Regulatory update, AI track global regulatory change and update system in real time, keeping organization compliant. Automated compliance reporting and monitoring. Real-time monitoring AI continuously tracking transaction, access log system activities to detect violations instantly. Automated reporting. AI generates accurate audit ready reports from large dataset, reducing manual effort and human error. Risk detection, machine learning identifies patterns and anomalies, flagging potential compliance risks before they escalate, regulatory updates, AI tools monitoring change in laws and update compliance framework automatically. Contract analysis with natural language process for operational risk. Natural language processing helps organization analyzing legal contract to uncover hidden risks and obligations that may impact operations. Obligation extraction, AI extract and summarize contractual duties, helping teams stay compliant and avoid penalties. Risk classifications, machine learning models flag unusual or risky terms that deviated from standard practices. Plain language summaries, NLP tools convert complex legal language into understandable summaries for non-legal stakeholders. Challenges in AI operational risk, system integration, integrating AI with legacy infrastructure is complex and costly, often requires customer middleware and data transfer protocols. Interpretability of complex systems. Many AI models, especially deep learning, operate as black box, making it difficult to understand how decisions are made, pushing risk for compliance and accountability. Models vulnerability AI systems are suspicious to adversarial attack and bias, which can lead to fraud decisions and reputational damage. Ethical implications, surveillance versus security, privacy and protections. Surveillance enhances security but risks violating individual privacy rights. Consent and transparency often lack user consent, raising ethical concerns about autonomy and informed participation. Bias and discrimination, air surveillance may unfairly target marginalized groups, leading to ethical and social injustice. Accountability. Without oversight, surveillance can be misused for political control or suppression. Future of AI in operational risk. Holistic risk view. AI integrates data across departments, enabling real-time monitoring and a unified view of operational risk, improving decision making and early threats detection. Predictive maintenance. AI use IoT sensor data and machine learning to forecast equipment failure, reducing downtimes and optimizing assets lifecycle. Cost efficiency predictive models help to avoid costly outage and emergency repair, savings up to 25% in operational cost. Over time, continuous learning AI systems evolve with new data enhancing accuracy and resilience in risk management strategies. Next, benefits of AI in operational risk efficiency gains. AI automates repetitive tasks and streamline workflows, reproducing human error and boosting productivity. Early risk detections. Machine learning models analyze vast data sets to identify anomalies and predict potential failure before they occur. Reduce financial losses. Predictive analytics help prevent costly disruptions, fraud and compliance breaches, and minimizing operational losses. Real-time decision support. AI provides dynamic insight that enhances risk assessment and enabling faster data-driven decisions. Key takeaways from operational risk. Operational risks arise from failure, internal process, people systems, or external events. It includes error of fraud, system breakdown, and disruptions like natural disasters. Effective management involves identifying, assessing, and mitigating these risks. It helps ensure business continuity, regulatory compliance, and protect against financial and reputational loss. Summary for operational risk. Operational risk is the risk of losses arising from failure in internal process, people, systems, or external events. It includes errors or systems breakdowns and disruption due to natural disaster or regulatory changes. Unlike market or credit risk, it is not directly linked to financial transactions but affects business operations. Effective management involves identifying, assessing, and controlling this risk to ensure smooth function and minimizing losses. Integrated risk management with AI. Holistic risk view. AI enables organization to unify data across financial operation, compliance, and strategic risks, offering a comprehensive risk landscape. Real-time monitoring AI continuously scan for threats across departments, improving early detections and responses. Predictive analytics, machine learning forecast potential disruption helping prevent losses and improve decisions making. Automation and efficiency, AI streamline risk assessment, reporting and mitigation, strategic reducing manual efforts and enhancing accuracy. AI and enterprise risk management. Risk prediction, AI use data analytics to forecast financial operations and compliance risks before they occur. Automations, it streamline risk assessment, reporting and monitoring, reducing manual efforts and improving in accuracy. Real-time insight, AI enables continuous surveillance of internal and external threats, enhancing responsiveness, decision support. AI transform complex data into actionable insight helping leaders make informed risk decisions. Next is data governance for AI in risk. Data quality ensure AI models are trained on accurate, complete, and consistent data to avoid flawed risk predictions. Data lineage track the origin, flow, and transactions of data across AI pipeline, enabling transparency and accountability. Data security protects sensitivity information from unauthorized access or leakage during AI training and deployment. And compliance and trust. Robust governance builds trust and ensure adherence to evolving regulations like GDPR and the EU AI Act. Cloud computing AI for scalable risk solution. Elastic infrastructure. Cloud platforms like Azure provide scalable computing power to run AI-driven risk models efficiency across large datasets. Real-time risk detections AI in the cloud enables continuous monitoring and rapid responses to threats like fraud, cyber attack, and compliance breaches. Cost-effective deployment. Cloud-based AI reduces infrastructure cost and support first her innovations in risk analytics and mitigation strategies. Secure and compliant AI built-in cloud security tools like Microsoft Defender for Cloud protects sensitive risk data and ensure regulatory compliance. Explainable AI in practice. Live, safe, local versus global explanation. Line local interpretable model agnostic explanations explains individual predictions by approximation the model locally with a simpler interpretable model. Self, self-apply additive explanations provide both local and global explanation by assigning feature importance values based on game theory. Local explanations focus on weight, why a specific prediction was made, like why a loan was denied for one applicant. Global explanations describe how the model behaves overall across all data, like which features generally influence loan approval. AI model risk management validations. AI model must be rigorously tested for accuracy, fairness, robustness before deployment to ensure the perform as intended. Monitoring continuous oversight detect performance drift, bias, or anomalies in real time, maintaining model reliability and compliance. Governance strong framework, ensure transparency, accountability, alignment with regulations like SR 11.7 US and EU AI Act. Lifecycle control tools like experience, assistant, streamline documentation approval, and auditability across the model lifecycle. Stress testing AI models, adversarial adapt. These are the deliberate modification to input data like image or text that divises AI models into making incorrect predictions, helping identify model features. Robustness evaluations, stress testing check how resilient a model is agent, such attack and noisy or unexpected input, ensuring reliable performance in real-world scenarios. Regulatory landscape for AI in finance, global initiatives over 116 countries have launched a national AI strategy to promote responsive AI use in finance, focusing on innovation, inclusion, and risk mitigations. Evolving standards, jurisdictions like the EU and China have enacted binding across sectoral AI laws, while others like Brazil, Indonesia are exploring sector agnostic regulations. This makes law hard and soft law reflects a global shift toward harmonized rate Flexible AI governance. Future of RegTech, AI-driven compliance automations. Automation compliance engineering. AI-powered systems are evolving to monitor, interpret, and enforcing regulatory obligations across jurisdictions with minimal human intervention. This engine uses NLP and machine learning to detect violations, remediations, and adapt to changing regulations. Efficiency and risk reduction. AI enables predictive analytics, anomaly detections, and real-time reporting, reducing compliance costs and improving accuracy. By 2032, the RegTech market is projected to reach $45.8 billion, driven by AI's ability to streamline operations and mitigate financial crime. Ethical AI frameworks in banking, bias fairness and accountability. Banks are adopting tools like IBM's AI fairness 360-degree and Google's What If tool to detect and mitigate algorithm bias in lending, fraud detections, and customer profiling. Ethical committees and explainable AI are being used to ensure transparency and responsible decision. Privacy and governance. Ethical framework emphasize data protection, information consent, and compliance with global standards like the EU AIF, OECD, AI principles, and China used to AI risk management framework. Initiative like RBI's free AI in India aim to balance innovations with ethical safeguards. Next is addressing algorithm bias in data and models. Algorithm bias arise when AI systems produce unfair outcomes due to biased data or flawed model design. Use drivers and representative data set to avoid under representations of certain groups. Apply fairness our algorithm that include constraints or debiasing technique during training. Conduct regularly audits using fairness metrics to detect and correct bias. Ensure transparency and ethical oversight by documenting decisions and involving diverse stakeholders. Privacy and preserving AI. Federated learning enables decentralized models training across multiple devices or institutions with sharing raw data. Only models update are exchanged, preserving data privacy. Homomorphic encryption allows computing directly on encrypted data in AI. It ensures that sensitive inputs or models updates remaining confidential during processing, even on untrusted servers. Together, for equivalent AEC, enhance privacy by minimizing data exposure and enabling secure collaborative learning, and particularly in sectors like healthcare and finance. Human in the loop AI definition. Human in the loop AI integrated human oversight into AI workflows, ensuring decisions are reviewed or guided by humans. Purpose it enhances accountability, ethical judgment, and contextual understanding, especially in high risk domains like healthcare, finance, or the autonomous systems. Functionality human intervenes during training, validations, or deployment phase to correct errors, handling edge cases, and improve model reliability. Benefits HITL reduce bias, improve trust, and ensure AI decisions align with human values and legal standards. Skill set for AI for the AI-driven risk professionals, AI and ML proficiency. Understanding machine learning models can their applications in credit market and operational risk. Ethical and regulatory awareness, ensuring compliance, AI governance framework, and ethical principles like fairness and transparency. Data privacy and security, applying techniques like federated routing and homomorphic encryption to protect sensitive data. Human oversight and explainability, integrating human judgment and ensuring AI decisions are interpretable and auditable. Organization transformation for AI adaptation in risk. Strategic alignment organization must align AI initiatives with risk management goals. In embedding responses AI framework to balance innovations and control. Culture and change management. Successful adaptation requires evolving company culture, overcoming resistance, and fostering trust in AI-driven decisions. Upskilling and talent development. Building AI fluency across risk team in essential through training in AI ethics, modeling, and governance practices. Process reengineering. These functions should automate routine tasks, enhance predictive capabilities, and shift towards dynamic risk-based decision models. Measuring ROI of AI risk management, cost savings. AI automates manual risk tasks like fraud detection, credit scoring, reducing operational cost and improving efficiency. Improve accuracy, enhance predictive models, lower default rates, and false positives, directly impacting financial performance. Regulatory compliance, AI-driven audit trails and explainability tools reduce compliance cost and regulatory penalties. Strategic value, AI enables for faster data-driven decisions and to improve the risk management return long-term resilience, even if benefits are indirect or delayed. Challenge of AI implementations. High cost, significant investment is required for AI infrastructure tools and ongoing maintenance, especially during economic uncertainty. Talent shortage, lack of skilled professionals in AI deployment, governance and risk modeling hamper adaptation. Legacy systems, integrated AI with outdated IT systems and workflow is complex and resources interesting. Culture resistance, employee may distracted AI, fear job displacement or resist changes to traditional decision-making process. Vendor solution and ecosystems for AI in risk. AI-powered risk platforms, vendors like G2 Risk Solutions, Everspeed, and Visor AI offer tools for fraud detection, mismark, merchant risk scoring, and third-party risk intelligence using real-time AI analytics. Cybersecurity accelerators, firm like Syncora deploy AI-driven solutions like vendor risk AI, data section AI vendor risk management, data security, and infrastructure monitoring. Evolving ecosystem. The vendor landscape is rapidly expanding with AI embedding across cloud platforms, SaaS tools, and outsourced service necessities update governance and oversight framework. Research and development in AI for financial risk, fraud detection and compliance, AI systems for automated fraud identifiers and regulatory checks, improving speed and accuracy while reducing manual errors, explainability and ethics, R&D focuses on explainable AI bias mitigations and ethical governance to align with global standards like the EU AI Act and RBI guidelines. Strategic innovations, intuitions in AI for real-time risk scoring, robo adversary, and predictive analytics, driving financial resilience and competitive advantage. Emerging technology, quantum machine learning, and generative AI for synthetic data. Quantum machine learning combines quantum computing with machine learning to solve complex financial risk problems, such as portfolio optimizations and fraud detections. At unprecedented speed, platforms like Quantum Stream AI generate quantum enhanced trading data for AI models, enabling real-time simulations and stress testing. Generative AI for synthetic data use models like GEMS and LLMs to create realistic privacy-preserving dataset for training risk models in low data or regulated environments. This support compliance testing, rare event simulate, and improves model robustness without exposure sensitive financial data. Next, global bank AI for enhanced risk assessment, use of alternative data for inclusive scoring. Global bank AI will leverage AI to analytics non-traditional data such as mobile payment, utility bills, and social behavior to access the creditworthiness of in file or underbanked customer. This explains financial inclusions and improve risk profiling accuracy. Faster automated approach, AI-driven credit scoring models like XGBoost, CADBoost enable real-time decision-making, reducing loan approval time by up to 70%. This enhances operational efficiency while maintaining compliance and minimizing defaults. Regional Bank B, AI in fraud detections, real-time anomaly detections. Regional Bank B uses unsupervised machine learning models like isolations for forests, autoencoders to detect unusual transactions pattern instantly. This enables proactive fraud preservations by identifying deviations from normal customer behavior before transactions are completed, reducing false positiveness by replacing rigid rule-based systems with adaptive AI models. The bank has significantly lowered false alerts, cutting manual investigations, and improving customer experience. In simple learning and behavior analytical help distinguish genuine actively from fraud with gender precision. Investment funds see AI for market volatility predictions, natural language processing for sentiment analysis. The firm applied natural language processing to extract sentiment from financial news, social media, and analytic reports using models like latent allocation find tuned LLMs. They identify investors' mood shifts that correlate with negative volatility, especially navigate sentiment from Twitter, showing strong predictive power. Advanced time series modeling, leveraging foundations model like time machine and hybrid architecture. The firm integrated historical price data with sentiment signals. This model outperformed traditional GRCH and LSTM approach by capturing nonlinear dependency and adaptive to dynamic market conditions. Next, fintech company DVI in KYC or AML compliance. Automated onboarding. The company uses AI-powered identifying verified tools like OCR, financial recognition, documentation fraud detection, to streamlining onboarding platform like Motives, Next sites, enabling real-time KYC check using global risk database, reducing onboarding time and cost while improving accuracy. Intelligence transactions monitoring AI models analyze behavioral patterns and contextual data to detect suspicious activity. Machine learning algorithms track anomalies like unusual cross-border transfer and reduce false positives by learning from historical compliance reasons, enhancing both scalability and regulatory adherence. Next, insurance company uses AI for operational efficiency and risk reduction, AI-driven process automations. Insurance company use AI tools like NLP, natural language processing, RPA to automate underwriting and claim workflow, reducing manual errors and cutting processing time up to 70%. Risk assessment and fraud detections. Machine learning models analyze structured and unstructured data to access risk profiles and detection fraudulent claims with up to 95% accuracy, saving billions annually. AI for cyber threat intelligence in financial institutions, real-time threat detection and response. Financial intuition deeply AI-driven threat intelligence systems using email and NLP to detect anomalies, phishing attempts, and fraud, fraudulent transfer in real time. Adapting defense and resilience, AI-powered platforms like SOR, security orchestration, automations, and responses enabling predictive analytics, autonomous threat intelligence, and behavioral analysis. These systems continuously learn evolving attack patterns and enhancing resilience and regulatory compliance across the BFSI sector. AI-powered stress testing at a major regulatory bank. Dynamic scenarios, generations and predictive modeling. Regulations like this Federal Reserve and banks such as JP Morgan Chase are integrating AI ML to simulate complex macroeconomic stocks. AI models generates a synthetic futures case scenario using stock change and modeling and LLMs improving early warning signals and capturing nonlinear market dynamics beyond historical data. Enhanced risk quantification and operational resilience. AI automates the quantification of stress variables and KPIs, enabling faster, more granular and assessment of capital adequacy and liquidity risk. This support adaptive contingency planning and regulatory compliance under frameworks like CCAR while reducing compliance on manual assumptions and static models. Next, AI for environmental, social, and governance risk assessment. AI-powered ESG data analysis, financial institutions use AI to process vast volume of unstructured user data, such as satellite imagery, social media sentiment, and corporate disclosure to identify environmental risk, social impact, trends, and governance gaps. ESG AI governance framework, emerging framework like the ESG AI assessment model help investors evaluating AI system alignment with ESG principles. This include metrics for fairness, audit, energy efficiency, human rights compliance, and regulatory adherence, enabling responsible AI deployment and ethical oversights. Leveraging cloud AI service for risk management, scalable risk analytics. Small bank uses cloud and native AI platforms to analyze large volume of transactional and behavioral data in real time. This enables dynamic credit scoring, fraud detections, and operational risk monitoring without heavy on infrastructure. Enhance compliance and agility. Cloud-based AI tools automates regulatory reporting and KYC AML check, improving compliance accuracy and reducing manual effort. Thus, scalable architecture allow rapid deployment of new models, helping the bank adapt to evolving risk landscape. AI in algorithm trading, risk management, real-time risk monitoring, and adaptive strategy. AI models, especially deep learning and reinforcement learning analysis, high frequency market data, and unstructured source to detect volatility spike and adjust trading strategy instantly. This dynamic risk response minimize drawdowns and enhance portfolio resilience. Predictive modeling and control system integrations, machine learning, algorithms forecast marketing movement and stress scenarios, enabling preemptive hedging and capital allocations. Integrations with control systems allow automated risk solutions and stop loss mixing, reducing human errors and latency in decision making. Example, JP Morgan Chase Coin platforms for contract analysis, operational efficiency, massive time and cost savings coin, intelligence automates the review of commercial loan agreements, reducing manual efforts from 36,000 3 lakh 60,000 hours annually to seconds, savings million in operational cost and freezing legal terms for higher value tasks. Accuracy and scalability in legal operational using machine learning point identifying key clauses and risk across thousands of documents with greater accuracy than human reviewer, enhancing compliance, reducing errors, and enabling scalable contract analysis across global operations. Next example, Goldman scams and uses for AI for market data analysis, algorithm trading enhancement. Goldman Sachs employs AI-driven models to analyze higher frequency market data, detect patterns across assets, classes, and execute trade autonomously, resulting in faster decision making and improving trading efficiency. Proprietary predictive modeling, this firm deployment machine learning tools like TSMC, ABR, premium reversal index integrate over 30 data input to forecast premium cycles and inform short-term trading strategy. Next example, HSBC deployment of XGBoost for loan default. Advanced risk modeling, HSBC applies the XGBoost algorithm to structured loan applications and demographic data to predict default risk, outperforming traditional models in accuracy and recall. Operational impact, the models enables HSBC to identify high-risk borrowers early, streamline credit approval, and to reduce financial loss, enhancing both profitability and regulation compliance. Next example, Deshtu Bank's AI-driven transaction monitoring, automated anomaly detection. Deshtu Bank uses AI and machine learning to monitoring transaction in real time, identifying suspicious patterns and anomalies across vast datasets, enhance fraud detections and compliance. Strategic partnership for scalable AI through its partnership with NVIDIA, the bank accelerated AI deployment for risk management and operational efficiency. Integrated explainable AI models to support regulatory transparency and internal controls. Next is example BNP Paribas NLP tools for ESG reporting, automates ESG data extraction, BNB Paribas leveraged natural language processing to extract the structured ESG-related insight from unstructured sources, like sustainability reports, news articles, and regulatory disclosure, enhancing data coverage and timeliness. Enhance risk assessment and advisory by integrating NLP-driven ESG analytics with Bloomberg data. BNP Paribas defines client advisory strategy, develops thematic investment products, improving the robustness of ESG risk assessment. Next is lesson learned from successful implementation, stakeholder alignment, clear vision, and cross-functional buy-in are essential to prevent judgmental and ensure unified execution. Planning, customizations, implementation, strategic to business needs through phase evaluations and milestones reduce input, adaptability, and success rates. Preparedness, early investment in data cleansing, integrations, and governance enhance model accuracy and to reduce delays. Change management and training, proactive user engagement, training and supportive tools driven adaptive and minimizing resistance during transactions. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. Unclear objective and scope clear. Vague goals lead to confusion and uncontrollable change. Avoidance defines a clear objective and scope implement change control mechanism. For communication, misalignation, approach team causes delayed and rework avoidance, establishing regular update, open feedback channels. Inadequate resource planning, underestimating time, budget, or skilling hamper executions. Avoidance, conduct, resilience, assumptions, and allocate resources. Next, the importance of AI adaptation strategy, risk mitigation, and control scaling. AI-based approach allow organizations to test AI solutions in pilot environments, reducing operational and compliance risks before. Stakeholder alignment and business fit. Early phase focus on strategic alignment, feasibility studies, and stakeholders engagement, ensuring AI initiative solves real business problems. Infrastructure and data readiness, gradual adaptations enable firms to build scalable infrastructure and improve data governance, which are critical reliable AI performance. Next, building on AI ready risk culture, leadership commitment, and ethical tone. Senior management must champion responsible AI use, embedding ethical principle and transparency into decision making. Cross-functional collaboration, risk culture thrives when AI initiatives improve driven team, risk compliance, data science, and operational SEO and holistic oversight. Continuous education and awareness training programs should demystify AI risk and promotes responsible innovation and across all levels. Next, collaboration ecosystems, bank, fintech, and regulations, complementary strategy. Strengthen banks offer stability, regulatory expertise, and customer trust. Fintech bring agility, innovations, and digital-first solutions, creating a synergistic partnership. Regulatory adoption and oversight regulatory play a pivotal role in enabling innovations while safeguarding systems, integrating adapting framework to accommodate new fintech models, customer-centric innovations, collaboration fostering seamless users, friendly financial services, reducing transaction time and improve access, especially in underserved markets. Next, recapping the power of AI in financial management, predictive risk analysis, AI model forecast market volatility, and credit default using historical and real-time data, enhancing early warning system and stress testing fraud detection and cybersecurity. AI continuously monitoring transactions for anomalies, reducing fraud up to 40% in some institutions and bolstering defense against cyber threat. Dynamic credit risk assessment, unlike static scoring, AI integrate behavioral data, macroeconomic indicators, and transactions pattern to build adaptive risk profile. The feature vision fully intelligent risk system, autonomous risk detections and responses, AI systems will proactively identify emerging risk, credit market, cyber using real-time data and trigger automates mitigation protocols without human intervention. Hyper-personalized risk profiling, generative AI, and advanced analytical will replace static models and dynamic individuals risk assessment tailored to customer behavior, macro trends, and regulatory shifts. Integrated governance and explainability feature systems will enable ethical AI principles, audit trails, and explainable outputs, ensuring transparency, trust, and compliance across jurisdictions. Generative AI's role in synthetic data generation for testing, privacy-preserving test environment. Generative AI models like GENS, diffusion network create synthetic data sets that mimic real-world patterns without exposing personal data, enabling safe testing in regulated sectors like financial, healthcare, enhanced coverage and realism. Synthetic data fills gaps in real edge case scenario, frauds by system failure, auto levels itself and scale efficiency, accelerating testing pipelines while improving models robustness and fairness. Legacy systems simulates tools like Gensor, Kingfisher, Generator, Replicator legacy data structure for migrate testing ensure integrity and performance benchmarking across old and new platforms. Next, the quantum computing revolutions and its impact on risk modeling exponential speed and complexity handling. Quantum algorithm like quantum Monte Carlo and Grover search drastically reduce computation time to for higher dimensional problems, enable faster simulate for market scenarios, test risk, and tail risk events. Enhanced accuracy in the derivatives price and work quantum amplitude estimations improve decisions in calculation value at risk and conditional for outperforming classical sampling method by requiring fewer inputs. Portfolio optimizations and scenario simulations, quantum computing enabling real-time optimization across vast asset classes and constants support dynamic rebalancing and robust scenario analysis under uncertainty. Next, regulatory evaluation and AI governance shift toward risk-based framework. Regulations like the EU AI Act classify AI system by risk level, banning manipulation tools, mandating oversights for high-risk applications, and promoting transparency for generative AI. Rise of RegTech and regulatory AI. Regulatory and firms now deploy AI to automate compliance tasks, analyze vast datasets, and pre documents, streamlines governance, and reducing human errors. A global patchwork and interoperability challenge, divergent approach across jurisdictions create complexity. Companies must align governance framework to avoid regulatory arbitrage and ensure cross-border compliance. The human AI partnership in risk management, complementary reason making, AI handles data heavy tasks like anomaly detections and predictive modeling, while humans providing ethical judgment, strategic oversight, and contextual interpretation. Enhance efficiency and responsiveness, automation accelerated routine, task patches, fraud detections, and compliance check, allowing human experts to focus on complex, high impact decisions. Explainability and trust human in the loop framework ensure AI output are interpretable and audio auditable, fostering trust among regulators, clients, and internal stakeholders. Key takeaway and call to action for organization. Strategic model selection matters. Choose the right collaboration model, human in the loop, human on the loop, or human in command based on task complexity, risk tolerance, and decisions accountability. Trust and transparency are foundational. Build trust through explainable AI, clear decisions, right and transparent feedback loops. This is essential for regulations, compliance, and stakeholder confidence. AI augments and not replacement human judge. AI excels is at patterns recognition, anomaly detections, and automations. Humans bring ethical reasoning, domain expertise, and strategic foresight. Conclusion, AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It is the foundational pillars of modern risk management, from predictive analytics and fraud detection to dynamic credit scoring and stress testing. AI empowered financial intuition to respond to volatility with speed, precision, and foresight. The true power lies in the human AI partnership. Machines process vast data stream and detect patterns, while humans provide ethical judgment, strategic oversight, and contextual knowledge. As banks embrace explainable AI, synthetic data, and quantum enhanced modeling, they are not just managing risks; they are redefining resilience. These are the recommended resources from where I will make this PPT. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.